Running it up, coming correct or I'll come at your neck.
I like that right there.
Oh, that's right, from the Cleveland Cavaliers, Craig Porter Jr., not CP or CP? We have to determine that right now. Are you CP for the rest of this interview? Is that fair?
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
You can
we're
take
good. You could take it.
I'm washed up.
We're going to get to the basketball here in a second, but because Taylor Swift runs the world these days, you're a fan of Taylor Swift? Is that real?
Wow.
Hey, like I've told everybody else, it's really my girlfriend. Like I don't want to get.
It's okay to be, just be proud of it, man.
You can be a
Stay
Swiftie,
loud and
dude.
proud, man. If you're a Swiftie, bro, you'll own it.
Saying you're not a Swiftie is scary.
I'm not a Swiftie.
Okay,
I'm not.
okay.
Are there any Swifties on the team that we can mock?
Probably George.
Probably George.
No, realistically, I don't
Swiftie.
think there is.
Oh, good. See, now I feel better about the state of the league right now. I was a little bit worried about that. Thank you. Now I'm done with my Taylor Swift questions contractually. Done.
Craig, you guys are 26-16 despite last night's loss. Obviously playing at a high level, you're playing well. What has been your key, your guys' team's keys to success this season?
I mean, since this year started, we've had injuries, from the top to the bottom. And it's just really been a next up man mentality from everybody. And I've been on Twitter a lot looking at what the fans say, and they've just called it the power of friendship. And I think that's real, though, because, when you got a group of guys who can just connect on and off the court, it just makes, a team click in different ways. And I feel like that's what's been going on ever since these injuries happened.
Craig, I had JB Bickerstaff in Houston. I had him in Memphis. One of my closest friends. How's it been playing for him? I never had him as a head coach, so if he's an asshole, you can tell me.
No one will hear.
Nah, I mean, he's been nothing but great to me. I mean, coming in here as an undrafted rookie, you never know what to expect. But with certain situations that happen, I mean, he's just been somebody I can lean on. And, he's been super supportive and had, the most confidence in me for me to be starting and other things like that. So he just wants me to go out there and play my game. And, I couldn't ask for anything better than that.
You spoke of the injuries this season. You've had to play a bigger role with Darius being out. Speak about, obviously, your experience and how how is this playing with Don and Darius and how much you've learned from them.
I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, for me to even think I would have started, in my first 20 NBA games, it would have been, I would have thought anybody was lying if they told me that. But, you got guys like those. I went through the whole summer, training camp, all of that with them. And, it's a little different when me being 23, me and Darius are the same age. So it's kind of different when we talk and stuff. But they don't treat me like I'm someone who's did 1 year in college. They know I got a lot of knowledge and everything. But there's a lot of teaching points at times, but it's just great to have guys like those because, all-star level players, sometimes people might get the memo that they might be cocky, they might do certain things different, but they listen to me and I listen to them, and it's just the mutual respect. It's just the best part about it.
Craig, what's it like being a two-way player? And obviously you've been playing a lot in the rotation as well, but being a two-way guy, going back and forth with the G League at different points, what's the difference between those two worlds?
That's honestly a question that I really don't know how to answer because I haven't been sent to the G League at all. So I don't even know how to answer.
I see how it is. You go to Paris and then you forget what G League is like. I
can tell you, you're starting point guard right now. You ain't going back to the G League, so that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have Donovan Mitchell as well on your team. You mentioned him earlier. We all know how great he is. What's one thing that you've learned from playing alongside him, playing with him?
Just one of the things I picked up early on was his work ethic. I mean, every day he's in the gym. He's probably the first one in there every day, last one to leave, and he's working on the shots he takes in games, and he's going game speed, tiring himself out. So really, I just look at things like that, and I see what people say is really true. You put the work in, you're going to see the results, and just little things like that just stick to me because 5 years in college, you might have the wrong mindset coming into certain things, but at the same time, the process is the process, and seeing him do things like that is just special to me.
Oh, I'm happy hearing that. We're going to play a video right here because I want to know if this was purposeful on your part. This move right here, it's a bit of a Donovan Mitchell homage. Were you already doing this? Take us through it.
That's definitely a Don move.
That's the Don move. I mean, I just see him do it in practice all the time, and every time he does it, I don't know how it works. But it does, and I tried it, and hey, I got some applause for him. So I'm like, yeah, let me get into his bag a
Look at
little
Don
bit.
standing up. You see Don in the back of that?
Like, I'll see it.
Obviously, Craig, like you said, you went undrafted. Now you've worked your way into an NBA rotation. For you, did you come into the league with a chip on your shoulder, and how did you what was your mindset to get to this point?
I mean, it was a crazy just process, even going into the pre-draft stuff, because I was already had my mindset on going overseas because, being 23 and a lot of other factors that go into being drafted and getting into the NBA, I thought they weren't in my favor, but, I just one thing after another just kept happening and doors kept opening. And I mean, it's the process, and I just kept sticking with it and just fighting through everything and got me here. I told my agent, like, I'm ready to go overseas before the pre-draft workouts even started. And he was like, he looked at me kind of crazy, and I was like, I just didn't see a future really in the NBA. But he made some things happen, got me into the Portsmouth Invitational. And I mean, really after that, the rest is just taking over. So.
See, what's crazy is he's like a perfect example of like a 4-year, 5-year guy that's more NBA ready now to help a team like Cleveland than a 17, 18-year-old rookie that, has all this potential. Like, he's more ready right now. It goes both ways.
Well, yeah, we know. We did college for a little while. I did 4 years. I had no choice.
I'm a 4-year guy, too.
I'm a 4-year guy, so I understand. In your bio, it says that Rajon Rondo is one of your favorite players. I got a chance to play with him. I would love to have played with him in his prime and longer and more years. He's one of my favorite guys and one of the highest IQ guys I've been around. What makes him your favorite player?
I mean, he's one of those players, he doesn't have to score, and he's going to get you the ball in the spot you like. So, like, it's just one of those. He knows how to compliment everybody around him. He can control the game without shooting the ball. And, I mean, he can rebound. He can defend. He can really just do literally everything. And it's like, you don't have to look at the stat sheet to necessarily see the impact he made. And that's just what every team I've been on, I've had a different role, because really up until my last year of college, I didn't really get to be that star player. So I really understood how to fit a role on a good team. So it was always second nature to me.
Smart young man. The dying breed of the pure point guard.
Right.
You don't have many of those anymore in the league, so.
Greg, we pretty much ask everybody that comes on the show what's their welcome to the NBA moment. We both have one. Was there something in particular that you had where you were like, man, this is different, or something that was just crazy?
Probably. I don't think it was necessarily anything bad yet. I mean, I got kind of dunked on. But we'll save that. But
Someone can't
probably
speak on the air.
Then I'll probably just playing in crunch time against Joel Embiid and them in Philly. This was probably like my first 14 games or something like that. And, just to even be out there. And, I mean, the atmosphere, I couldn't hear anything the coach was saying. He's calling plays, and I'm running half of them wrong. And I'm like, it was just so much happening, and it was just like, I'm really out here. So that was definitely a good welcome to the NBA moment. Craig,
Rising Stars game is coming up. Give us your pitch right now. Why do you belong in the Rising Stars game?
I mean, I'm not too much for the persuade people to get me in. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Not trying to be too cocky or anything like that, but I mean, there's not too many other people doing what I do, given the minutes I've gotten and everything like that. But I mean, it'd be great to get in that, but I'd rather win an NBA championship.
There it is. Plus, you know what?
Well said.
A couple days off extra. Either way, you win.
Like a 4-year college.
7-3 on the two-way.
Craig, this has been awesome. Best of luck the rest of the way. We appreciate the time.
Good luck, man.
I appreciate y'all.
And we're taking a
Craig.
quick break. That man has a family when we come back.
Run it back, run it over, run it back.